And what we have is a TSC desktop printer. This is a direct thermal only DA320. It's a 300 dpi desktop printer. We use it for an ink marking process with some direct thermal stencil material. That's not what I'm going to show today. Today I'm just going to go through how to upgrade firmware on this. There's going to be several videos on this printer to show how to set it up, configure for this material. Today we're going to talk about firmware upgrades. So in another video we'll show you how to find the IP address, but I prefer using Ethernet over USB. Just a lot more, it's a faster, more reliable connection generally. You can, once you know what the IP address is, you can plug it into a browser and then configure any setting on the printer itself. Notice that this model doesn't have any display, so you really can't see what setting, you can't make any settings from the face of the printer. There is a utility in the supplied CD for making adjustments, but I actually prefer just going to the home page here. There's all kinds of different media assessment or adjustments that we can make, and we'll go through that in a separate video. Right now, I just want to focus on down here, upgrade. And notice that you get a version of your firmware up here. Previously, this was an A212, and I'm just going to go through the process again to show you what's involved, but this was a very quick process. The first time I tried it, it kind of locked up on me, and several minutes in, I just kind of gave up. The second time I did it, it was seconds, probably less than 15 seconds it was done. So it, I think, presumably is a very fast process. What you want to do is find the firmware file first. It's the most recent one out there, and compare it to what you see on this screen. So if you go out to just Google TSC DA320, like here, for example, just Google TSC DA320 firmware, right? And you'll find a download section. You click that, you can put in then your model, which is DA320. Hopefully this will come back. There you go. Pardon me. And then when you scroll down to firmware, you'll see the firmware listed there. This is a zip file, so when you extract it, you'll get a couple files. You'll get an instruction file, and you'll get the actual firmware file. That's the one you want. You go back to the actual home page of the printer, click Browse, select it. I put it on my desktop, and there it is right there. And now you can just hit Upgrade, and when you do, you're going to see the light. This doesn't show it very well, but it's solid green right now. And as soon as we hit Upgrade, it's going to go red. So we'll do that. It goes red, it's blinking back and forth, orange, green, and within seconds, it's back to a solid green. It really is that fast if you've got an Ethernet cable. So then you can refresh your screen. It'll show you the latest firmware up here, and that's really the process. It's probably a good idea to make sure that your firmware is at the latest edition as you receive a new printer. Just make sure that all printers are as up to date as possible before you start to use them. Okay?